Good morning, it's Barbara, and it is still morning. I think my battery's dead. No? This thing has the wrong time. I mean, it's had the wrong time forever, but anyway, never mind. I'm going outside. It's not sunny, but it's not sunny, if you catch my drift. Good morning. I'm outside. Thank you for joining me for coffee. My things, oops, sorry. My thing's set up for being inside. And my second cup. I have fallen into the get up and sit up in my room, in my bed, drinking my first cup of coffee and chatting with Dennis and reading the news. Start your day with news. That's starting to sound depressing, right? Oh my gosh. The floods in New York City. Genevieve is okay for those who are worried about her. But, you know, they've been showing like the subways, people trying to get out of the subways with 18 inches of water, like sludging through. Can you imagine how dangerous the water is that's flooding New York City? Full of all the horrible things that, you know, you might find. Anyway. So that big storm that missed us yesterday that I was talking about, it was apparently really bad. Really bad. So, anyway. So you get up and watch the news and you start your day. Oh, excuse me. I slept not terrible yesterday, last night, and I'm feeling pretty good. There is some blue sky up there. It is. I don't think it's going to rain today, and the sun might burst through. Except the blue is over here and the sun is over here at the moment. So I ran my errands yesterday. It turned out I stopped at 6 places. I guess I had some errands to run. Well, I added a couple because I was going to be out and about. You know how that is. So first stop was my hairdressers because I was out of product for my hair. Well, it turns out that my products, I went up to buy 2 things, and neither of them they had. The one is they're reformulating and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, Thomas? And the other one, yeah, I don't know. I guess they're both being reformulated. So I got substitutes for I needed product for when I blow dry my hair, because I was out of that. So I said, I need something. And he gave me something that he thought would work for me. So I'm going to try that. It's actually kind of hard, and you rub it in your hands and then go like this. So we'll see. It's not a cream. Exactly. It's in a bar form, kind of, which is odd. And it's in there and I'm not getting it. But I'll let you know what I think of it when I wash my hair next. And I sat and talked with them for a while, and I made an appointment to get my hair cut because we have gotten mask tape so that I can tape my mask around my face so that even when she has to move, you know, I'll do one of the ones that go over the ears like that. And then when she has to move that to cut my hair, it'll still be fine. Dennis is okay with this, so I feel like I should be pretty safe. If I get COVID from this, I'm never getting my hair cut again, and I am going to be so angry because, of course, I'm going right before we're going to North Carolina. And I go out and give everybody COVID. So anyway, I should, in fact, now that I'm saying that out loud, I'm going to call today and reschedule that appointment for after we come back from the Outer Banks. There's no reason to do it on Thursday. I'm going to reschedule that. So that the only people I give COVID will, and I have to reschedule it till after Christy and Rich are here. So that the only people I give COVID to will be Dennis and Aura. If I get it. Yeah, I'm going to reschedule it to the end of the month or maybe beginning of November. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm doing that today. Another errand. But anyway, so I went to the hairdresser. And between the hairdresser and the Barnes & Noble, where I was going, is the fish store. So I stopped at the fish store and I got some oysters, which I ate last night, and they were delicious. And some cod, which we will be having for dinner tonight, and Dennis is going to making into ceviche. So that worked out. Then I stopped at Barnes & Noble because I wanted to get One Piece for the girls. Well, it turns out One Piece is in a smallish format. I had this idea that it was going to be a bigger book and that they could both sit there and read it. I don't think that's going to work out. But this is One Piece. And it reads backwards. So you open it backwards. This is the back. Anyway, it's kind of cool. This contains 3 volumes. I told Dennis when I came out here, I don't know if the kids are going to be so happy with me because there are over 100 volumes of One Piece. Spoiler alert, I don't think Luffy dies. If there's 100, well, it could actually, the One Piece is not Luffy. One Piece is what he's looking for. This is all about pirates. Anyway, so there you go. I'm turning my 10-year-old granddaughter on to manga. So since this wasn't going to work out as a shared book, and they only had one of them, I might have gotten 2 copies, one for Isabel and one for Samantha, if they had more than one. But they only had the one. But they did have the official One Piece coloring book. And my Samantha girl loves, loves, loves to color. So I thought she would be happy with this. I am planning on making up sort of, go bags for those girls with, and I bought a Rummy Cube, a little travel-sized Rummy Cube game. That I really enjoy Rummy Cube. Isabel will do really well with it. I think Sam can do it too. We'll see. If not, Sammy and I can be a team. And a bunch of us can be a team. Jason will probably play. You never know. Aunt Vicky might play. Aura might be able to play. She used to play a lot of games, card games and stuff. She's not feeling that energetic brain-wise, but you never know. Anyway, so I'm going to be packing sort of some game bags, go bag kinds of bags, like they had train bags when we took our train trip last year. Because right now, looking at the long-term forecast, it's going to rain the whole time we are in North Carolina. And be cold, like high 60s. And we paid $500 to have that pool heated. As a group. It wasn't just us. I think, Jason and the kids and Allison and the kids probably won't ever come back because this is the second time they came and it rained. So, and it doesn't usually. I mean, we usually have some good weather. Anyway, it's early. The weather forecast could change, but we'll be ready. So, I have a lot of stuff here for the girls' games and I'm bringing all their watercolor stuff so that they can paint, and they'll have homework that they have to do. And Jason said they have to do reading, so I don't know if their teachers were thinking about reading One Piece. But we shall see. I hope they like One Piece. I was kind of tickled with it. And apparently they have the animated version on Netflix as well. So, which I found, I think Netflix has changed how they do things. I don't think we'll be able to, take our Netflix with us so we can watch it while we're down there. But we'll see. Meanwhile, okay, so that was 3. Then I went to Joann. Oh, I was going to show you my cord. I'll do that another day because I didn't knit at all and I didn't use the cord, so I'll show it when, I a gold cord that's kind of skinny, and then I got a more traditional sized cord that's white. At Joann, that's all I got, in and out real quick, because by now I had spent more time than I expected, and I was, wanted to get home to walk the dogs. And then I just walked catty corner for half a minute and went to Staples and grabbed envelopes, which I knew exactly where they were, and that didn't take me long. And I get in the car and I call home to tell Dennis that I am going to be home at about 2:45. And Aura answered the phone. She has an extension of the phone in her room, so she answered the phone. And I'm like, oh, where's Dennis? She's, oh, I don't know. I don't think he's here. Of course, she's upstairs. He's downstairs. I'm like, oh, all right. Well, I'm just calling to say I'll be home at about 2:45. Okay. So I get home, and Dennis isn't here, and the dogs are gone. So he's gone to take the dogs for a walk. Now, he had D&D last night, so I thought maybe he thought he didn't have enough time for everything he wanted to do. So I got home, and he said, oh, but then, and it was going to be that long because I had to stop at the supermarket to pick up a few things at the supermarket and then come home. That's 6 places. And then, so I started making the dog's food. So, it'll be ready when he gets there. He comes in, he says, oh, you're home. I said, yeah. I talked to your mom. I told her I'd be here at 2:45. She said 3:15 or 3:30. I'm like, I knew I hadn't conveyed my message to you. I don't know why he didn't pick up the phone. I don't think he saw who was calling. He just knew that his mom picked it up, so he assumed it was for her. So anyway, he didn't get the message correctly, which didn't surprise me. I mean, once Aura took the message, I knew that I had not communicated with Dennis. It wasn't important. If it were important, I would have told her to call downstairs and tell Dennis to pick up the phone. Anyway. So I was very busy yesterday and did all my errands, and that felt good. And Aura and I had the evening together. We watched our Boneses. And then I was like surfing. I end up surfing like through Netflix and BritBox. I end up spending 45 minutes or more just trying to find something I feel like watching. And anyway, so I started reading a book. And, yeah. It's a revenge book. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know that I'm enjoying it quite as much as I expected to. I find the stories of how these people got screwed less interesting than the stories about how they do revenge. And this one goes back and forth a little bit, so I don't know. We'll see what I do tonight. I might be reading One Piece. I might be reading One Piece. The Dawn of Adventure. And you read it from right page to left page, so it's pretty interesting. Anyway, we'll see what happens today. But meanwhile, I was trying to think. There was something I meant to tell you guys, and then I keep forgetting. Is we have several dogwood trees in our yard, and the thing that we noticed the other day is that the robins are flocking, getting ready to fly south, and they are all in the dogwood trees, tanking up on the little red berries that dogwood trees make in the fall, which undoubtedly are their seeds. And, we're like, what the heck? I mean, because we have a lot of robins around here, and robins love our yard because we're full of worms. But the thing is, worms have no carbs. They're all protein. And these robins are fattening up on these berries so that they can make their flight south. That's our speculation. But I have never, I mean, you just don't see, I just don't see robins in trees very often. And it is so weird to see flocks of robins in the trees. And they're not, and they're just flying from tree to tree. They're not going down on the ground, which is so odd to me because normally our robins are like spread all over the grass because, of course, we're full of worms. So it's really odd. So we were out here the other day during a break in the storm, and oh, it was when Aura was gone. So it was Wednesday, and we had a chance to sit out here, and we got our binoculars. We're like, what kind of birds are those? I mean, this is crazy. It's like they're robins. I'm like, holy cow! And we could hear some woodpeckers. We could see a woodpecker occasionally, but the birds were flying and flying. I'm like, what the heck kind of birds are they? And they were robins. It was so bizarre. Anyway, that's what I meant to tell you, and I keep forgetting. I don't think I have any announcements or anything, pending to talk about. So I am going to go in and change my hair appointment. So I will say goodbye. Please take good care of yourselves. Please, please stay safe and stay sane.